Excellent. Okay, I'm allowed to record, so you'll just have to go with it.
I get it, and I do think the media has downplayed this.
Repressed is a much better word.
Okay, but at the same time, not all illegal immigrants are criminals.
These seats are saved for, excuse me.
Illegal immigrants?
These seats are saved for Raul Rodriguez and Robin Vidston. I have given names.
So, no, I want to.
Did they not commit a crime when they came over the border illegally in the first place?
They did, but you've got millions.
We can stop right. No. We can stop right there.
I understand.
And then they stay here for 20 years and still don't get citizenship or their papers correct.
Which makes no sense to me.
No.
Wait, I'm having a conversation.
And I have to agree with you, Dean. We're at a point where we can't.
I'm not. Just hear a conversation. No. I'm saying we've got millions of people living here illegally.
Is that an excuse?
No, you can't. They're working. You can't just.
How do you know that?
Everybody back. You can't.
Some are working.
Everybody out of the country. Is that your
not?
plan?
The's no excuse.
Grab 12 million people and deport them
Why
out of the country. One, it's impractical. Two.
No, it's not.
Why is it impractical?
Two, they have built lives here. How about you create a path to citizenship? And I'm not saying. Hold on. I'm not defending a citizenship.
And there's already a path to citizenship. It's called the rule of law.
Well, yes, you can leave the country and come back in. But does it really make sense to you to try to deport everyone who's here?
And could I respond to that? I want to add something.
Yes.
Let me add something to that. Gentlemen, let me add this really quickly. You seem to, excuse me, I want to respond to that.
Yeah, please do.
Okay, first of all, we go back to our laws are being enforced. We have illegals that are leaving key areas already. They're leaving on their own. They're no longer enrolling their kids in public schools paid by taxpayer dollars. They're leaving on their own. That's an appropriate response already because we have a president and also Attorney General Sessions.
What about
now, I let
stopping?
you speak, correct? So let me finish. Let me finish.
Questioning you. I'm
So
not trying
here's
to
the deal.
overtalk you.
He's actually enforcing our laws. He made an announcement today. It is not my problem whether it's difficult or hard. The cost to taxpayers exceeds any amount it would cost to deport individuals through force or through intervention.
Human level. And
What about it?
Yeah, and by the way, this is different than a sanctuary city, and this is also different than whether you let more people come in the country illegally. I mean, are you in favor of saying no more people come in illegally, or do you think that's open-ended?
Would rather have a conversation with.
Okay.
Well, I'm. What's your?
Buddy Arthur, I helped him find parking and we're buds.
Absolutely.
Okay, but I'm trying to have the conversation. Why are you fighting?
Okay, here's something else, sir. I have to ask you.
I want to hear about.
Is a conversation going to bring back Ruben Morphine? Is
No,
a conversation going to bring back Catherine Steinle?
No.
Is a conversation going to bring back
listen.
Sandra Duran, who was killed by an illegal alien?
But you're going to have a conversation.
Why?
Because you've got a divided country, so there's going to have to
This
be a
country is not
compromise.
divided. 80% oppose sanctuary cities. It is not a divided issue.
Sanctuary cities-
Democrats oppose sanctuary cities.
Which is what's going to get discussed here, is still different than deporting everybody who's not here legally.
Well, of course it is, just as A and B are two different letters.
Right,
That's
but
obvious.
I can make the case why we shouldn't have a sanctuary city.
Why? Go ahead.
Because I feel like at the end of the day, you can't form a wall around people who are here illegally and say we won't bother to check no matter what you've done. You've got to be.
I'm not about forming walls around
No, I said
people.
you
I'm
can't.
about putting a border
Actually,
along
I
our wall.
disagreed with you
And
about
Vatican has a
that.
wall. Israel has two walls. Notice how the conversation stops when there's facts.
No.
Israel has two walls.
What's
Hareem, why do they have two walls for
You guys
Israel?
are talking to each other. What's interesting is I'm not actually disagreeing with you about this. Okay. I actually think the problem is.
Dean, wouldn't you agree? We're kind of past the conversation point. Either you've broken the law or you haven't.
It's that cut and dry.
That's the problem. I was a teacher. We didn't discuss things with kids when they broke the rules.
Talk about families being separated. What about that one?
Exactly.
That family will never see again. Never see again.
It's separated
That's my
forever.
problem.
And add that 25 a day, 365 days a year, and you're getting close to a calculation for how many American lives have been lost to illegal aliens, whether by malice or incompetence. This is the problem we're having in this culture. People want to just discuss everything. I'm not going to discuss whether we beat the Nazis in Europe or not. I'm not going to discuss whether we stop ISIS or not. I am not going to discuss whether you broke the law and should be held accountable or not. It's over. And political power isn't about discussion. It's about they make a decision. And we need to make sure they make the right one.
And that's wrong. And people like me, Americans.
Thank you for your service, officers. I've got two right there. One for me, and that was it. They got sucked up fast.
Okay, I'm gonna put.
Deanne should be up front, of course. See what you can do over there. Great question. Ask somebody who's in charge. We've got Boy Scouts here. Okay, we have people from the faith community here. I think it's a fundamental issue.